Hello, my dear students. Today, in the fourth unit, we'll be studying about Bharata Muni. Bharata Muni was the ancient sage who was also called as a theatrologist and musicologist, and he had written Natya Shastra, a treatise on ancient Indian dramaturgy and histrionics, especially about Sanskrit theatre. And Bharata is considered the father of Indian theatrical art forms. He is associated with the word Muni, Bharata Munihi. We call him as a sage. विश्ववाङ्मये अलङ्कारशास्त्रस्य आदिमः ग्रन्थराजः भरतमुनिना प्रणीतं नाट्यशास्त्रम्. This is first of its kind. It's a work on literary criticism. Alankara Shastrasya Adimaha Grantharajaha. This can be said to be the best and the foremost as the treatise on dramaturgy, on aesthetics. Vishwavangmaya, in the whole literature of the world, in the whole world literature, this can be said as the first of its kind book on aesthetics. Adimaha Grantharajaha. Who was the composer of this book? Bharata Muni. Bharata Munina Pranitam Natya Shastram Adimaha Grantharajaha. Vishwavangmaye. In the whole literature of the world, Bharata Muni's Natya Shastra can be said as the first book on aesthetics, on dramaturgy, on music, on theatre arts. अभिनयदृष्ट्या निशितविचारणदृष्ट्या च नाट्यशास्त्रम् अद्य अपि प्रामाणिकतां भजति. When we look at the performance or the theory of performing arts, also looking at the criticism, Natya Shastra has been the pramanika, as is the authority over this dramaturgy even to this day. Abhinaya Drushtya, Abhinaya means performance, performing arts. Nishita Vicharana Drushtya, because of its keen observance of many things related to the drama and poetics or criticism, this can be the authoritative work even till date. भरतमुनिः क्रिस्तुपूर्वं 1000 to 500 मध्यसमये आसीदिति चरित्रकाराः निर्णीतवन्तः. The historians decided that Bharata Muni must have belonged to the period that is before Christ 1000 to 500 BC. मध्यसमये आसीत् इति चरित्रकाराः निर्णीतवन्तः. नाट्यशास्त्रम् आदौ लघुग्रन्थः इति तदनु अनेकाः रचनाः संयोज्य बृहद्ग्रन्थरूपेण परिणत इति अभिप्रयन्ति अभिज्ञाः. Abhignaah means those who have written about the history of aesthetics or history of literature opined that Natya Shastra was a small treatise in the beginning, and later many have added to this grantha, and now today it has become a Brihat Grantha, a very great book. अतएव तत्रत्य विषयविभागे विषयविवरणे एका क्रमपद्धतिः न दृश्यते. This could be the reason that there is no systematic approach to the subject dealt or to the classification of the aspects or the classification of the topics discussed in this Natya Shastra. Various topics have been discussed here, and there is no particular order, disciplined order. अत्र न केवलं काव्यविमर्शः रूपकविचारोऽपि दृश्यते. What is the peculiar feature of this work on Natya Shastra? Though it has been named as a work on Natya Shastra, Bharata Muni had discussed the things related to the kavyas also, the criticism of the poetry, criticism of literature, and also Rupaka Vicharaha, some discussion on drama. Rupaka means drama, plays. Both are equally dealt in this Natya Shastra. It means it has Sahitya Charcha and also Nataka Charcha are performing arts. अतएव नाट्यशास्त्रस्य नैकैः आचार्यैः अनेकानि व्याख्यानानि प्रणीतानि. That's why it required many commentaries to get to know the essence of Natya Shastra. Many people have attempted commentaries. They have written so many people have written their commentaries on Natya Shastra. तेषु व्याख्यानेषु अभिनवगुप्तस्य अभिनवभारती व्याख्यानं प्रमुखम्. And among all those commentaries, Abhinavabharati is the popular one. Who was the author of Abhinavabharati? Abhinavagupta. Abhinavagupta wrote a beautiful commentary on Bharata's or Bharatamuni's Natya Shastra, and he named it as Abhinava Bharati. Tacha Apurnam, but it was incomplete. न केवलम् अभिनवगुप्तः अपितु उद्भटः, लोल्लटः, शङ्कुकः, भट्टनायकः, राहुलः, भट्टतौतः, कीर्तिधरः, वामदेवः, मातृगुप्तः इत्यादयः व्याख्याकाराः भरतमुनेः नाट्यशास्त्रस्य व्याख्यानं चक्रुः. Apart from Abhinavagupta, there were so many people, aestheticians they are called. Aestheticians means those who have written on literary criticism. They have expounded different views, and to name some of them, Udbhata, Lollata, Shankuka, Bhattanayaka, Rahulaha, Bhattatautaha, Kirtidharaha, Vamadevaha, Matruguptaha. These are the popular ones who wrote commentaries on Bharatanatya Shastra. And Abhinava Bharati of Abhinavagupta is the most famous commentary so far written on Bharata Muni's Natya Shastra. Bharatasya Natya Shastre 36 अध्यायाः उपलभ्यन्ते. Shatrimshat. He had classified his subject into 36 chapters. एकैकस्मिन् अध्याये एकैको विषयः प्रतिपादितः. And each chapter has been allotted for each subject. It means 36, more than 36 topics have been dealt in Natya Shastra. Bharataha Kashmira Shaiva Darshanavalambi Asit. Bharata Muni had followed Kashmira Shaiva Darshana, the philosophy of Shiva, Shaiva philosophy of Kashmir. Ataha tad darshananusaaram tadgata shivattattvani षट्त्रिंशत् संख्यकानि मनसि निधाय तदनुसारमेव षट्त्रिंशत् अध्यायान् निर्ममे इति विमर्शकाः विभावयन्ति. It's believed that there are 36 Shiva Tattvas in Kashmir Shaiva philosophy, and keeping that in view, in mind, he had written 36 adhyayas, 36 chapters in Bharatanatya Shastra. नाट्यशास्त्रे प्रतिपाद्यमाना विषयाः एव भाषासाहित्यपर्यालोचने उपयुक्ताः भवन्ति. And the views that have been expressed in Natya Shastra are used to discuss or to criticize the later Sanskrit works. नाट्यशास्त्रे प्रतिपाद्यमाना विषयाः एव भाषासाहित्यपर्यालोचने उपयुक्ता भवन्ति. The same measures, the same methods have been employed in criticizing the literary works also. The theories that have been expounded in Natya Shastra have become the measuring scales for later works. अन्ये च काव्यशास्त्रीयग्रन्थाः मम्मटस्य काव्यप्रकाशः, विद्यानाथस्य प्रतापरुद्रयशोभूषणम् इत्यादयः ग्रन्थाः भरतस्य नाट्यशास्त्रम् आधारीकृत्यैव लिखिताः. And later also the people, the aestheticians like Mammata and Vidyanatha, they have composed literary criticism works basing on the principles of Bharatanaट्य Shastra. Mammatasya Kavya Prakashaha. Mammata wrote Kavya Prakasha, a work on literary criticism, that is how to appreciate Kavya. They have given some principles in it. And Vidyanatha wrote Prataparudra Yashobhushanam. And these two have based their literary works, criticism works, on Bharata's Natya Shastra only. प्रायः नाट्यशास्त्रे विचारणीयाः अंशाः एकादशाः भवन्ति. And it can be observed that almost 11 amshas, topics, have been discussed in Natya Shastra of Bharata Muni. What are those 11? Rasah bhavah hi abhinayah dharmi vritti pravruttayah siddhihi swarah tatha atodyam ganam rangascha sangrahaha. There are 11 topics related to drama or poetry. And what are those 11? Rasah. Rasah means Navarasah. How many rasas we have? 9 in number. One is Shrungara, second is Hasya, third is Karuna, fourth is Raudra, fifth is Veera, sixth is Bhayanaka, seventh is Bhivatsa, eighth is Adbhuta, and ninth is Shanta. Shrungara means erotic, love, the sentiment of love. Hasya is humor or laughter. Karuna is compassion. Raudra is anger. Veera is valor or courage. Bhayanaka is fear. Bhibhatsa is disgust. Adbhuta is surprise or wonder. And Shanta is tranquility or calmness of mind. These are the 9 sentiments. And bhava. Bhava means emotions. There are some sthayi bhavas, latent feelings, which are called as sthayi bhavas in Sanskrit. And because of these sthayi bhavas, rasas are experienced. And abhinayah. Abhinayah means expressions. Dharmi. Two dharmi. There are 2 kinds of dharmas. And vritti pravruttayaha. How many vrittis there are? Abhinayas are 4. Bhavas are ekona panchashat. Navarasah. Dvau dharminau. Chatasraha vrittayaha. Chatasraha pravruttayaha. 4 vrittis and 4 pravrittis, dvau siddhi, 2 kinds of siddhi, and saptaswaraha, 7 swaras, 7 notes, chaturvidham arthodyam, 4 kinds of musical instruments, panchavidham ganam, 5 kinds of music, trividhaha rangaschaha, 3 kinds of stage or ranga, pradhanataya vicharitaha. These are the things which are prominently discussed in Bharata's Natya Shastra. शृङ्गारादिरसनिरूपणस्य मूलग्रन्थः नाट्यशास्त्रमेव, and Natya Shastra is the first the original work where these sentiments are expounded or discussed. अस्य ग्रन्थस्य मुख्यं प्रयोजनं मानसी विश्रान्तिः. And what is the purpose of Natya Shastra? It is for the calmness of mind, tranquility of mind, where mind can repose, where mind can relax. This is the purpose of drama. This is the purpose of literary piece. Tatraiva nirdishyati Bharatamunihi. That's why Bharatamuni rightly says in his work, Dukkhartanam, Shramartanam, Shokartanam, Tapasvinam, Vishranti Jananam Kale, Natyametat Bhavishyati. He wanted that this drama, this Natya, this form of literature shall be a medicine, shall be a peace for calmness, source of calmness, source of tranquility for those who are in grief, dukkhartanam, who are gripped by grief, who are in despair, who are in sorrow, shramartanam, for the people who are tired mentally and physically, and shokartanam, and the people who are weeping, and tapasvinam, even for the tapasvin, the people who are in great penance. Vishranti Jananam, this is the thing which gives them a kind of Vishranti, intermission, a kind of repose. Kale, in times, Natyametad Bhavishyati. This Natya, this kind of drama shall be a great relief to the people who are gripped by sorrow, who are in grief, who are fatigued, who are weird, and also to those who are calm at the mind. But it's going to help both the people who are highly tired mentally, physically, and the people who are at rest. To both of them, this drama is going to give relief. Means by looking at a drama or by listening to a piece of poetry, people feel a kind of sentiment, people get a kind of relief. That's what Bharatamuni says in this shloka. Once again, I will repeat the shloka. Dukkhartanam, Shramartanam, Shokartanam, Tapasvinam, Vishranti Jananam Kale, Natyametat Bhavishyati iti. सकलाः विद्याः सकलाः कलाश्च सकलानि ज्ञानानि सकलानि शिल्पानि योगः इत्यादयः सर्वे अपि नाट्ये एव प्रतिष्ठितानि भवन्ति इति भरतस्य आशयः. He felt that all kinds of knowledge, all kinds of arts, all the sources of knowledge, all the kinds of architecture, yoga, ityadayah sarve api, including yoga, that is meditation, all these are present in this natya. Sarve api natye eva pratisthitani bhavanti iti bharatasya ashayah. न तज्ज्ञानं न तच्छिल्पं न सा विद्या न सा कला नासौ योगो न तत्कर्म नाट्येस्मिन् यन्न vidyate iti. He had said that that's not jnanam, that's not shilpam, that's not the vidya, that's not the kala, that's not the yoga, That's not the karma that when it is not found in Natya. It means everything has a place in Natya Shastra. Gnanam, Shilpam, Vidya, Kala. May it refer to any kind of knowledge or wisdom. May it refer to any poetic form. May it relate to any kind of arts like music. Everything, even it may be yoga. Everything is its place in Natya Shastra. नाट्यशास्त्रम् अतीव प्राचीनं भवति तस्य लेखकः भरतमुनिः रसवादी आचार्यः and for such Natyashastra which is so ancient the composer was Bharatamuni Rasavadi who was full of rasas and he was the Acharya. He was the first person to expound the theory of rasa, that is, culmination of all the feelings in the mind of the connoisseur, that is, Sahrudaya. When we read the poetry or when we watch it a drama, we get a kind of experience that takes us to another world, unworldly experience, unworldly joy we feel, and that is called as rasa. न हि रसादृते कश्चिदर्थः प्रवर्तते तत्र विभावानुभावव्यभिचारिसंयोगात् रसनिष्पत्तिः इति. And this has been the measuring scale to know about the delineation of any rasas in a shastra. Nahi rasadrute kaschit artha pravartate. There is no meaning if no rasa has been felt for any kind of art or literature. And how this rasa is enjoyed, it is possible, it takes place in the mind of the reader or in the mind of the audience, spectator, when he experiences that his latent feeling comes in contact with vibhava and anubhava or vyabhichari bhavat. Tatra vibhava anubhava vyabhichari bhava samyogat rasa nishpattihi. How rasa is enjoyed? It is enjoyed when our sthayi bhava comes in contact with the vibhava, anubhava and vyabhichari bhava. Sthayi bhava is the latent feeling which is present in the reader's mind or in the connoisseur's mind or in the spectator's mind. And when a poetic piece has been studied because of the vibhavas and anubhavas, the way it has been expressed, the way it has been presented, a person feels a kind of sentiment in his mind, and that is called as rasa. Kavye rasa eva jivatubhutaha iti sa manute. He feels that the very life is rasa. एकादश नाट्यांगैः सह काव्यतत्त्वानि शब्दार्थविवेचनं काव्यगुणाः अलङ्काराः रीतयः वृत्तयश्च नाट्यशास्त्रे सम्यक् विवेचितानि. And what else he had mentioned in his Natya Shastra along with the above mentioned 11 items or topics, he had also discussed about the Shabdartha Vivechanam. He had done Shabdartha Vivechanam, the union of sound and sense, the association of sound and sense, Vak and Artha, that is only called as Sahitya. And he had discussed about it elaborately, and he had discussed about the gunas of Kavya, how many gunas it has, and how many alankaras are there, how many riti. Riti means the way the poetry or prose has been composed, and vrittayaha, the style of the poet, whether it is Vaidarbhi or Gaudi, like that. All these have been very well discussed in Natyashastra. अतः संस्कृतकाव्यशास्त्रस्य नाट्यशास्त्रं मूलं भवति. That is why Natyashastra is the source of all the aesthetic works for later aestheticians. भरतमुनिः काश्मीरे क्रिस्तपूर्वं 500तः पूर्वमेव जनिं लेभे. It is believed that Bharatamuni was born in 500 BC. Kristupurvam 500तः पूर्वमेव, before 500 BC. तदीयाः शिष्याः अपि भरतशब्देन प्रसिद्धाः आसन्. And even his sishyas, his students, are known with the name Bharata only. Those who belong to that class, aesthetic class, they are all called as Bharata Muni. They are known as with the name, known as Bharatas only. अतएव आदिमः भरतः, प्रथमः भरतः, वृद्धभरतः इति अनेके भरतनामधारिणः sandrishyante. That's why many Bharatas are known with the names Adima Bharata, foremost one, Prathama, the first one, Vruddha, the eldest Bharata. These are the names of Bharata Munis who might have composed Bharatanatya Shastra. एवं परं प्रथमः भरतः मुनिः एव नाट्यशास्त्रं लिलेख. But it is also believed that it was the first Bharata who wrote Natyashastra. Asya Bharata iti nama pitra kritam. It is the name given by his father only. Bharata has been named as Bharata by his father only. इतरेषां च नामानि संप्रदायप्रसिद्धानि भवन्ति. And later people are called as Bharata because they have followed the same sampradaya, followed the same tradition. नाट्यं नाम अवस्थानुकृतिः, अवस्थाश्च लोके एव दृश्यन्ते. Natya is just giving expression to the life or the movements in the life. Avasthanukritihi, the way we move, the way we carry things, the way we do actions, to that only name when they have been enacted, it is called as Natyam. Avasthanam anukaranameva Natyam. Avasthas means stages. That is action. When we perform actions, when it has been enacted, it becomes the Natyam. Param tacca रसाश्रयं स्यादिति प्रतिपादनमेव नाट्यशास्त्रस्य प्रधानं लक्ष्यं भवति. What is the main objective of Natyashastra? When rasa has been experienced through these gestures, when something has been enacted on the stage, when the audience or the spectator feels the same sentiment, then the pradhana lakshyam, the main objective of Natyashastra is fulfilled. Rasaha anandaha sacha chit swarupaha tasya anubhutihi eva kavyanaatakanam prathamam dhyeyamiti bharatasya ashayaha. And what is the objective of Bharata? Rasaha anandaha. Even when we refer to God, we say that Raso vai Saha. He is the very embodiment of Rasa. He is the Rasa itself. God is said to be the Chit Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, Raso vai Saha, Brahmananda Swarupa. And when people enjoy or experience such kind of sentiment, when they look at a drama or when they read a particular piece of literature, then the purpose of Natya Shastra or Kavya is fulfilled. That is the Ashaya of Bharata. Rasaha Anandaha Sacha Chit Swarupaha. Chit means knowledge. And Rasa is in the form of knowledge. One experiences knowledge of these sentiments, then that anubhuti, that experience is gained, such experience is gained, then that Nataka's objective is fulfilled. That is the aim of Bharata. Kavya Natakanam Pradhamam Dhyeyam iti Bharatasya Ashayah. He felt that any kind of drama or any piece of literature shall give a kind of unworldly, above worldly pleasure or joy, alaukikam anandam yachati iti bharatasya abhiprayah. Here we'll take a leave, and in next class we will be studying about Bharavi, the famous poet who had written Kiratarjuniyam.